Hey everybody, how are you? Sorry about that. Good to see you. Hey, happy April Fools. How are you? Long story short, I got a meeting at 2 o'clock. It's a long story. I'll be on back 2 p.m. A couple of people have said, hey, have you moved your time? I think I know what it is. I talked to Razzle Rama videos. How's everybody doing? It's great to see you. When Razzle Rama, next time I see him, I think what's happened is, in some of the Europeans, they just switched over last night or Sunday morning and stuff like that. So they probably went out an hour ahead like we did at the beginning of March. So when I was on at 2, it was like 1 o'clock our time usually. So it was an hour. It was an hour earlier for them. So that's why Razzle, if when you do see us, that's why you didn't. That's why you weren't coming across the lives. And today, you know what? It's just something that had to happen today. So that's why I'm meeting this afternoon. But I'll be on 2 p.m. the rest of the week. This morning has been a busy week. I know there's some people here. I want to welcome everybody and thank you very much for coming. I'm sorry about the time frame and that. It's just this was a good time. I can't go on later today and that. Tomorrow I will be. But that's all. I know Steve's not here, but I want to say thanks again for dropping in, Steve. Thanks again, my friend. I know you're at work, but so I do appreciate it. Trev, how you doing? Posh Cats Camping. Hi, everybody. It's great to see you. Tony, view this. The thumb says 2. Yeah, I know, Tony. I'm sorry. That's all it is. But Country Cycle Cam, hey, saying hi quick. Country Cycle Cam, hi. How are you? Good to see you. I know you're probably out, but thanks again, my friend. Raphael Scrapper, all cool. By me. I felt like a good time for me at 6 p.m. Well, good, Raphael. Like I said, this is not my normal time. Usually it's 2 hours ahead of time right now. It's 12 o'clock lunchtime. Usually I'm on at 2 p.m. Eastern Standard Time here in Canada, but that's the only reason that I am not on in a couple hours. That's all. Crazy Life Adventures of the Hearts. Hey, how are you? It's good to see you. I was going to say Tony again. Dave, how are you? Desmond's Donners, nice to see you. Thanks for coming. I appreciate it, everybody. I really do appreciate it. Sorry about the mixed up time. A lot's happened this morning. A lot has happened. Anyways, good to see you, Dave. Thank you very much. And that's the reason I was out this morning for about 3 hours. That's why I wasn't on Michael Fires this morning. I was filming a few things. I went out on a hike. I called it... it's the last taste of winter. Literally 2 nights ago we got hit with winter all over again, dumped with some snow, and Joe said, either tomorrow or the next day it's all going to melt away. We're going to be high of 12 or 13 degrees Celsius. So all this, it was -3 this morning. Snow's still on the ground, so I went for a hike, and long story short, that's a long story. But Posh Cats Camping, wonder what background picture or vid Jeff will have today. Lots of drone footage. You like it? I kind of liked it. I was really trying to pull at things this afternoon when I had 25 minutes to get all this ready, get the thumbnail, get this ready, and then so long story short, this is what I was working on for about 25 minutes before I came on. That's why I was a little late here. Just switching over Wi-Fi, so I'll be right back. No problem, Trev. Thanks again. Let's see here. Let's see. Desmond Saunders, we had DST, Daylight Savings Time yesterday, and it's really confused me again. Oh, I imagine, Dave. I said to Joe on the weekend, I'm still mixed up. I still feel like it's an hour behind. Welcome, everybody. Thanks again for coming. You survived, Dave. What happened? Hey, Marie, how are you? It's good to see you, Marie, from the Purchase. Nice to see you. Literally, like I said, everybody, I know this is a different time for you. I can't make it. Today at 2 o'clock or 2 hours from now, I've got a big meeting that I have to attend, so I won't get into that long story. But anyways, I'll be back on tomorrow and stuff like that. Raphael says, Jeff, hello. This is a good time for me. Good, Raphael. I'm glad. Oh yes, Dave. Desmond Donner says, laugh aloud. We had visitor. I'm saying no more. I was caught last time saying. What? Yes, Dave. I understand. I'm not even going to ask you. Hope you did have a good weekend. I'll just leave it at that. How's that sound? Posh Cats Camping. Hi, Maria. Great Scottish vlogs. Really enjoyed Loch Lomond one. Yes. You know what, Trev? I said to Marie that it was one of my favorite ones. It was so amazing. I really enjoyed it, Marie. From the Purchards. I really truly enjoyed it. That's why I got out today. I thought, I don't get a ton of videos, so I did some footage today. I think it's probably one of my... I hope it turns out. Long story short, I was out, and there's ponds and rivers down there where I was. I was out by myself, which probably isn't the best around water, and it was not a good idea this morning. I fell in. That's what happened. I was in, and from one side of the river to the other, I thought there was a like 3-4 foot jump. So I thought, oh yeah, there's nothing. I'm fine where I am. So I went to jump, and I went straight down. And man, did I ever go straight down into the water. I went literally, oh yeah, I'm going to show you the shirt today. I literally went to about here on my kneecap and stuff. So, yeah, it was not good scene. The best is I had the camera in my hand, and I was so afraid that, you know, the thing, what do you call it, the GoPro, this thing. This thing can go in water. But I had not the gimbal, but the stick that I hold it on, and I had it in my hand. If anybody saw me, it would look like a submarine. I'm literally up to my just about up to my hips in water, and I got this thing. I was just soaking wet. Anyways, it was luckily I didn't go down in further and stuff like that. Had I been up the river about 20 feet, I'd have probably been up to here. It was not a good scene. It was not a good scene, but anyways, it turned out okay. So. Man, it's been a busy morning. In the woods with Wolfie. Hey, morning, how are you? It's good to see you. Hi, Dave and Trev. Thank you. I had so much fun. I imagine you did, Marie. I imagine you did. Oh, great mountains, Jeff. Yes, Trev. It's kind of nice scenery, isn't it? I took it off Pixabay. It's just an image off video off Pixabay and stuff like that you can use and stuff like that. There's tons of them. You just check out, just make sure there's no tribulations and copyright stuff for this, and then you can use them. But anyways, it worked out. Yes, okay, great mountains. Thanks, Trev. I appreciate it. Raphael, I better get into the chat. I'm sorry I'm behind. I was making a vid and I was waiting for you, Jeff, and you just started, so you'd be on my vid. Oh, gosh, Raphael, you'd be on my vid, buddy. Thanks, Raphael. I appreciate it. In the woods with Wolfie. Jeff, that snow already melted back off over here. I think you got hit by a bit harder than we did, though. Well, you know, it was all of a sudden, it was like Saturday morning we woke up, and, but anyways, it should be gone. It's starting to melt already, but, where I was down in the river and stuff like that, it was starting to melt, and I didn't realize where I was standing. I was standing over this, it looked like straw, and I thought I was totally fine to jump the river. I wasn't. When I landed, I went right down, and anyways, live and learn and stuff like that. Oh gosh, let's see. Desmond's Donders, I survived. Good, Dave. Good. Oh gosh, Geo Jerry's Adventure. Jerry, how are you, buddy? It's good to see you. I'm sorry I'm a little behind everybody. I'm a little frazzled today. You know when you get frazzled by things? I got myself worried. I went out and I did something that I don't usually do, and I ran into some animals out there too this morning, which you know, coyotes and stuff like that. Yeah. Anyways, you know, there's signs for them everywhere, and I thought I was just going to run into birds and stuff like that, maybe some foxes and stuff. Well, I ran into a coyote this morning, and I'm a little wired this morning. A little wired. Let's see here. I haven't got down to everybody yet. Jerry, it's good to see you. Jeff didn't watch my ice safety video. No, Woods. No, Wolfie, I haven't. I don't usually do goofy things like that, but today I did. Hey, Bill, how are you? Nomadic Bike, it's good to see you. Good to see you, everybody. Thanks. Marie, the purchase, got to get back to work. Have a good day. Yes, you, Marie. You too, Marie. I'm sorry. Have a good day, Marie. Thanks for coming up. I appreciate it. Desmond's Daughter sounds like a viral video in the making. Dave, the only problem is Joe, I called her and told her, and she says, oh my gosh, I hope you had it on camera. Of course I had it turned off. That would have been like great outtakes. Or there's part of the video where I've got snow on my head. I'm sitting there and I'm talking just for a second. All of a sudden a bunch of snow drops on my head. And then the next scene, I didn't realize I was still in the video. I didn't realize I come on to the scene. I've got like snow all over my head. But anyways, let's see here. Oh gosh, everybody, sorry about this. I'm a little frazzled today. Dave, Desmond's Thunders was fine until Jeff came on early. Dave, oh gosh, Stephen Charter just got myself. Oh, Stephen Charter, hello, how are you? Welcome. I appreciate it. Everybody, check out Stephen Charter. I appreciate it. I will check out your channel later, Stephen Charter. I usually don't check them on while I'm live and stuff, but later this evening, usually a couple hours after everybody gets in, we've had supper, I usually come in and I start changing the tags and stuff on the videos. Usually after supper I get to look at the video and the live and stuff and see who's on it. So I will take a look at your channel, I promise, but it won't be for a couple hours, that's all, unfortunately. But I will, Stephen Charter. I much appreciate it for you coming. I really appreciate it. Country Cycle Cam, hey Jeff, here now. Yes, Country Cycle Cam, I appreciate it. I know you could be at work, so I do appreciate it. Ball Life, hey brother, don't fool me. How are you? I'm good. I'm great. I'm just on breakfast break. Yes, you're out BC area, aren't you, Ball Life? That's right. It'd be about 9 o'clock in the morning, 9:15. Dismas Donners, it is always the way. The camera is always off. You could always reshoot it. I'm not going out there again, Dave. If I literally, we were out shopping yesterday afternoon, and when we drove by, we were coming down in off the water, and we could see the river, and I said, I've never been down there. Joe said, you should go down there this week and get some footage. I said, I don't even know what's down there. It's great footage, but I didn't know there's some wild footage out there too. But you know what? We had some beautiful geese and stuff like that, a bunch of ducks and birds and wildlife and stuff, and then the coyote that I ran into, which is anyways, I'm not gonna go there. I don't have footage of the coyote, but thank goodness, because I don't want to say I took off like a bat out of, but the coyote just sat there and stared at me for a few minutes, and I thought, do I run or what do I do? But anyways, I slowly backed up, and he went his way and I went my way, thank goodness. But anyways, I think you're probably pretty safe, but if you never know, you never know. Are you planning to fool the family? Ball Life. Oh gosh. Ball Life, thanks very much, appreciate it. Gemma's Journey Grace, hi Gemma, how are you? It's good to see you, thank you very much for coming. Ball Life says, yeah, 9 a.m. here. That's what I thought. I figured you're not out in BC, 3 hours difference, so. Oh gosh, Stephen Charter, no worries, I don't expect you to, but cool if you want to. Oh, Stephen Charter, I will, I promise. I tell everybody, I always do. It's 12 o'clock here, so about 6:30, between 6:30 and 7 tonight when I settle down after dinner and stuff. So what's that, about 6.5 hours from now? I will, I promise. It's just, it takes me a couple hours, because it literally just takes me a few hours to get to this. That's all it is. But I will. I honestly promise I will. Oh gosh. There we are. Okay, let me settle down. It's about 15 minutes in. I've yapped on. It's good to see you. Happy Monday. Hope I need to have some water. Give me 2 seconds. I'm a little wound up this morning. I don't usually get like this. You know what? I thought I was all excited. You know what? Down on the river, some good scenes and stuff like that. There was the water was frozen. I thought, I'll get some good stuff of this, and then the trees with some of the snow melting and stuff. That all turned out, but some of the water flowing in the river and the crooks and stuff like that, and then there was a bridge. Literally, like I said, I'd never been down there, so I didn't even know what I was going to expect. It's absolutely beautiful. It's you wouldn't know it. Like, it looks like you're out in the wilderness, but up the hills, there's a new subdivision. It's literally on the outskirts of the city. 2 years ago, there was nothing. That was countryside. That literally, it was creeks and rivers and stuff like that, literally out in the country. But just like every city and stuff like that, as they start building and start trying to grow on that with the city and stuff like that, they have nowhere to build and stuff, the houses and all that. In the city anymore, everything's taken, so they're starting to build outwards and stuff. And when I moved here back in '96, what's that, 23 years ago, and 23 years ago, where I was today, that was for pretty much 21 years, and that there was nothing. It was just countryside farms and stuff like that, and the wildlife out there. But now it's all the monstrous houses they build, because they don't seem to build family houses anymore. They build these houses that I don't know who in their right mind could ever afford. I mean, I know we couldn't afford it in a million years, but these houses, they're just monstrous. But it's funny, they build them, they sell them. I don't know where the people are working to buy, $750,000 house or whatever it is. I'm just taking a guess, because a basic house probably starts in around 400,000 and 350, 400,000, which is a lot of money to me. I don't have that kind of change. But You know, back years ago, to me, $150,000-$200,000 house is a lot of money. To try to pay that off, that still takes a long time. But you know, $500,000 or $750,000, that's a lot of money. But that's all it seems to be nowadays. And literally, you know what? People buy them, and you know what? You drive by, and they've got their SUVs, their toys, their boats, everything out there. But you never see, they're never home. They're always working to pay this stuff off. But you know what? These subdivisions get built, people move in. And then you see within 4 or 5 years of the subdivisions being built, all of a sudden, a lot of times not even that long, you start seeing the for sale signs everywhere down the streets and stuff. Who can afford, you know what, if you have to pay thousands of dollars every month on your mortgage, you know, you still have to pay for your food, your kids, and all that stuff, and all the other expenses everybody has, you know, there's not that many great jobs out there, but you know, the banks keep floating the money out, and it is what it is. But yeah, anyways, what I'm trying to get at, we're literally in like a residential area, but you wouldn't know it. The way I filmed it, you can't see the houses and stuff, but literally up the hill, that's what everything is, and then the rest of it's all like out in the wilderness. But nice area, and I think I'm going to take the wife and kids maybe in this in this spring or summer, like maybe on a weekend or something. Usually at that time when there's lots of people in there, you don't usually get the wild animals at that point. They usually stay away if there's groups of people, so it wasn't a smart time to go in all by myself and stuff like that. But yeah, I think I will take them in because I think they'd like it. I went in for a couple miles and stuff like that and absolutely beautiful footage and stuff like that right in on the river. So anyways, we'll see what happens here. Oh gosh, where are we? Drew's Food Reviews. Drew, how are you? Hello, Jeff. Jeff Fool of the day. You've got that right, Drew Fool for sure. You know, and as an adult, you tell your kids not to do this, and you know, they're expected to hopefully listen to you. Yeah, especially you know in your 40s, you shouldn't do goofy things. Well, you know, goofy me. I did something I told the kids never to do, but you know, live and learn. At least I came out of it. That's for sure. Stephen Charter has some amazing footage. Good. Well, Stephen Charter, I promise I will. Let me see if I can. Give me a second here. Hopefully, I didn't just. Hope I'm still on. Let me see. You're in the UK, Stephen. Give me a second. Grey Heron. That's the video. You know what? I'm going to save to watch later. I'm going to watch it later, Stephen. But I'm going to there. I'm going to watch your channel. I have the Grey Heron one, and I just put it on the save list for later. But I am going to watch it as it says Dancing Little Egret Tamron G2. Okay, Stephen, I will watch it. I've added it to the watch list. I've added the channel. I will watch it later, my friend. I will watch it this evening, I promise. And thank you very much for coming. I really do appreciate you coming. But I promise I will take a look at that after. Let's see here. Gemma says, I'm good, thank you. I'm slightly stressed as earlier. I had something at a disability group kept... Somebody at a disability group kept touching me. Oh, I'm sorry, Gemma. That's not right. It's not right for anybody to do that, Gemma. Well, I apologize for that. I hope you had a better day, Gemma. But I mean, it's easier for us to say, don't let it get you down. But I can understand that completely. So all the best to you, Gemma, and wish you all the best, my friend. Country Cycle Camp says, Jeff, did I share my son's weekend video with you? I think you did. You did. I haven't Country Cycle Camp. I haven't watched it yet. I'm sorry about that. But you did. You did. I think on one of the last lives, you gave us a link to look at Country Cycle Camp. So I'll have to. I know that you told Joe, because I don't know if I was on the live. I think it might have been Sunday or something. Or anyways, you did. I know Joe. I think Joe watched the Country Cycle Camp. I haven't yet. I'm sorry for that. Sometimes I don't get to everything, but I'll try to, my friend. Let's see. Okay, here we are. Where is it? Country Cycle Camp, McMansions. Isn't that the truth? Is that not the truth? Nomadic Life says van life. Now that nomadic bike That is a good one, Bill. That definitely is, my friend. Country Cycle Camp says, that's how we had the housing and mortgage collapse of 2008. Exactly. You know what? Just like everywhere, we had bad economy too in 2008. Just it went down everywhere for everybody. But you know what? Canadian banks didn't out like some of the other places as much, Country Cycle Camp. But in these years, they say, oh, the economy is fantastic, so they're doing the same. So we're just going to be just in the same situation. And anyways, it doesn't matter. Anyways, it all comes. The economy's all rolling through anyway. So it's I imagine it'll all come back that way anyways. Unfortunately, Country Cycle Camp. Oh, Gemma says World Autism Awareness Week this week. Well, that's good, Gemma. It really is. Gosh, let's see here. I'm a fool every day. Oh gosh, Drew. Not at all. Okay, Paul, if you take care. Okay, no worries. No worries. Sorry, everybody. I'm trying to read and I'm a little behind. Oh, Stephen Charter, no worries. No worries. Michael, how are you? E-Waste Mike. Hey, Jeff, how are you today? Good. I did something goofy today. I filmed some short video footage. Well, it's actually not short. It took me a couple hours to do this morning, Michael. But I went down and I was all by myself. I thought I was, out in like a little conservation area, and I was all by myself. But I was right on the river, and I thought I could jump the one part of the small creek, the river, and I didn't realize the other part that I was jumping onto. I thought it was the base of it, but it wasn't. When I hit it, I went down right up, just about to my hips and stuff. So, anyways, I did what I always tell the kids not to do, but it is what it is. Gemma says, I'm okay, I'm good, having relaxed, and thank you, Gemma. Oh, I'm glad to hear that, Gemma. I mean, it's easy for us to say just take it easy, but it's not always the easiest thing to do. Desmond's daughter Steve says, we call places like that housing area. We're talking about Spam Valley because that is all they can afford to eat. Well, if they can even afford that, Dave. You know what? Honestly, you never see those people. You never see them. You might see one car. It's usually like an old wreck because, how could they ever afford anything else? Because they've got everything else outsourced. Not outsourced, but they've everything maxed out. Country Cycle Camp, next bubble to burst will be student loans debt. Oh, I can imagine. There we are. Okay, I think I'm finally caught up about half an hour in, everybody. I think I'm finally caught up about half an hour. Hey, you know what? Joe's always been saying, we put merchandise out. We put, like, Idiot of the Day stuff out. And, Michael, I know from the cups and stuff like that, Idiot of the Day. Anyways, once we made all this stuff, Joe says we should order some of the stuff, see what it's like. So we ordered a couple different shirts. Ones that say, like, this one says Idiot of the Day. They have other ones that say Idiot of the Day. Then there's one that says Commit, Don't Quit with Idiot of the Day in the middle. And then there's sweatshirts and cups and all that kind of stuff. Anyways, this is what one of them, they have different colors. I just chose like a dark navy one. But this one says Idiot of the Day. She said, you should start wearing it. Everybody else that has it wears it in the videos. The only thing is you can't see it. That's the best part. But I thought I should start wearing it and stuff. I'm not trying to promote it, but Joe said you should wear it and stuff like that. If you're going to have it, you should wear it. Let's see here. You was my Jeff. Why is your old butt trying to jump a creek? Glad you didn't get hurt. Did you learn your lesson? Oh my gosh, Michael, did I ever? I went straight down, and Michael, I was telling everybody you'd have laughed your head off. When I jumped in, I had my boots on. They're soaking wet. I had to take a quick shower when I got home. I cut myself and everything. And anyways, I had the camera in my hand, Michael. It's on a stick, right? So when I jumped in, I was so afraid this goofy thing was going to fall in the water. I go like this, and it's like a sub. I'm floating in the water, and I got this thing. If anybody went by, they would have fell off their seat. But I was so afraid to get it wet. The thing can actually probably go in the water, but I was too afraid. I didn't want it to get wet. But anyways, it was quite humorous. When I told Joe a couple hours ago, about an hour after I got home, she says, now that would have been funny. I hope you got it on video. I said, of course I didn't. I was walking at the time, so I had the camera off, but that would have been actually pretty funny. There are kind of a few goofy things, but that one would have been pretty good if I'd have got that on. Gemma, I've uploaded a new video today, Jeff. haven't seen anything today, Gemma. I haven't seen anything since the weekend, but I'll have to take a look after, Gemma. I will. But I was saying to Stephen Charter, I'll get everything probably after supper. It's about 12 noon here, Gemma. It's lunchtime. I've got a meeting. I have to be off here just after 1 o'clock today in about half an hour because I have to make a meeting for 2 o'clock. And then I have to pick up my kids and then my wife, and we have supper. So by the time I get home, it's usually about 7 o'clock when I get settled to look at things. Usually I'm able to watch things earlier. Today I just haven't been able to sit down with anything, unfortunately. But I'll try to take a look, Gemma, later, I promise. Country Cycle Cam, we have a modest home, but been slowly doing updates to it. 100K house, and we spent, I don't know, maybe 30K total updating so far. 4-bedroom on the acre, not a huge McMansion. With Country Cycle Cam, to me, that's still a lot of money. It honestly is. Like, not too many people have that much money sitting around, and it can still take a ton of years to pay that off. So it certainly can, and to me, that's what a house should be, Country Cycle Cam, not these other ridiculous amounts. Not that everybody has 100 grand Country Cycle Cam, but you know what? At least in your life, in 20 or whatever years, people can probably pay that off. But when you get up and anything after 200, and when you're looking at 3, 4, 5, whatever, I don't think they'll ever pay those. I think it's just like, they'll pay, and then all of a sudden, I think the bank, no idea, but it really hasn't come to the point. Nobody's had these like $700,000 loans for 20 or 30 years. So we'll see what happens in that. It's like you were saying. I imagine there will be a total collapse, unfortunately, in so many years. Stephen Charter, oh my, I only come here to say hello. I ended up with 4 new subscribers. Note to self, make sure I attend next. Oh gosh, Stephen Charter, yeah, you're more than welcome. Anybody's welcome, and I appreciate you for coming. And no worries, I'd love to check everybody out. It just sometimes I can't while I'm live. That's all, because things bog down when I try to load things while I'm live. But I always try to get the things after. But I always do. It just takes sometimes, unfortunately. I usually put in a watch later, so you can always check it out later. Country Cycle Cam says, I drive a 10-year-old truck, can afford a new one, almost did, but on a test drive I realized it's not worth the 30K difference. You got to keep on mind what's really important. Stuff really don't. Exactly, that's what I said to Joe. I said, honestly, what's important are what's important is your family. That's in the end all. That's all that's important. You know what I mean? If somebody can afford it and they don't have to worry about whatever their next whatever, maybe it's a different story. But in the end, like you said, all that's important is the main ingredients of your life and stuff. At least to me, that's what it is. That's what it should be, but that's not always the case. But if you have it, it's a totally different story. But if you just kind of have it, it's probably best to just Podcast Camp says we have good taste in the live stream. Trev, thanks. Oh, okay, no worries, Jeff. Oh, thanks, Gemma. I am in. I'm not usually flustered like this, Gemma, but I am flustered today. I'm usually a little more calm and collective, but not today. You don't see me sweating today. I'm having. I'm not having a panic attack, but I'm having that kind of day today. It's not my usual goofiness. I'm a little out of sorts today, Gem. I am. Oh gosh, Eileen Vayu, the fam. Hi, Eileen. How are you? Good afternoon. It's nice to see you, Eileen. Good to see you. Fluffernator, hey, how are you? It's nice to see you. Just dropping in to show some love. I dropped you a like. Thanks very much. I appreciate it. I appreciate it. I'm not myself today, so if I'm a little late or I'm not trying to be flustered. I'm just having, and everybody has those days. I'm just having mine. I always say it's my time of the month for that. But yeah, I'm just having that day. That's all. I just need to calm down a little bit. Need some water. Give me 2 seconds to just have some water, and anybody has anything going on, let me know. I'm going to sit back just for a second, everybody. Have a little bit of water, and everybody talk away if they want. If you don't want to, I understand. Oh, gosh. Oh, my gosh. Oh, gosh. There we are. Sorry. Gemma's Journey Grace. It's okay, Jeff. Feel free to message me on Facebook if you want to chat. Thanks, Gem. I appreciate it. Yeah, I'm just, just, you know, everybody gets these days, and I guess it's just my day for this. That's all. Oh gosh. Country Cycle Camp. Jeff, I don't tell often. We lost our house, and oh gosh, bankruptcy and all, and I don't live on credit anymore. I hate having too much monthly payments. I'm actually paying my wife's student loans off. Hey, Country Cycle Camp. You know what? I'll tell you, I understand where you're coming from. We had a house and stuff like that. Not Joe and I, but my first wife and that. We had a house and stuff. I was half. Well, anyways, we had a house, and you know, we had we were starting to get all this stuff, just like all the other individuals back years ago. And you know what? I was, you know, I loved the house and stuff like that. And then things fell through with my first wife. That didn't work out. And you know what? She's a nice person. It just, you know, sometimes things don't work out, and it didn't work out, and that was fine. And anyways, a few years later, I met Joe, and that was the best thing for me, and that I met the best woman for me that it's made me happy and stuff like that. And yeah, I wasn't able to keep the house that we had, unfortunately. You know, things change in your life and stuff like that. Yeah, long story short, I didn't know where I was headed for about 2 years, and like you said, you know, I had different commitments and stuff. I had a little girl and stuff like that, so I had to make sure that was afforded and stuff like that, and other things. So I wasn't able to get back into that portion of my life, but that's fine. I met my wife, and we had a son, and you know, and I have 2 wonderful kids, and I'm very happy. I mean, we live in a townhouse, as everybody knows. It's not a house, but you know what? Just over the years, things just got more expensive, and you know what? Even living in townhouse now is we pay almost more than we did for the mortgage that we had years ago. So it's kind of crazy. It's just not quite the. You know what? I think about 18 years ago. Was it about 18 years ago when we bought the house and that? You know what? Well, I probably in 2 years from now, I paid the thing off. It was a 20-year mortgage, but it is what it is, and you know. But I'm a very happy person, so I understand where you're coming from, Country Cycle Cam. I really do. You know what? I'm sure there's a lot of people that go through, and and I've been there. You know, it is what it is. But you know what? I'm sure you're happy, and I know I'm happy with my life and that with my wife and 2 kids and that for sure. Fluffinator, hey, it's okay to do the day, and it's good to see you. Well, thanks very much. I really appreciate it. I really do. Dave Desmond Saunders says, so who came home with you, Jeff? Daisy or the coyote? Oh gosh, Dave. Yeah, no. You know, I should have probably taken the dog out. The only thing is, I'm afraid if I'd have taken her out, then I would have been. I might not have been coming home with her, because she gets crazy when she sees other animals, and unfortunately that coyote was a little bit on the wild side, and you know, this thing thinks she can take on the world, but the coyote was probably about 10 times the size of her. I mean, she's literally like just a small little dog, and the coyote was like bigger than a German Shepherd. The thing was pretty big, but yeah, no, she wouldn't have. If the coyote came after her, that would have been the end of her. But Dave Desmond's daughter says, nothing planned now. I was editing video, but got interrupted by a live stream. I'm sorry, Dave. Like I said, I'll be back on it too, and not today. I won't, as usual, tomorrow. But I just have something that I have to attend. Not unfortunately, it's for the best and stuff like that. I have something I have to do in an hour and a half and stuff like that. That's why I have to. Another commitment that I can't get out of today. Viewed this. Tony says, hi, I'm new to the channel. I found you on Reddit in a Game of Thrones fan page thread. Oh, Tony, I just read the name. I'll drop it. I won't talk about it because I don't want to put 2 gentlemen to sleep. I know I will, but yes, I understand, Tony. I'm new to the channel. Oh, jeez. Oh, Gemma, you and Jojo. Oh, thanks, Gemma. I appreciate it. Yeah, you know, she's a good woman. She's a keeper. Oh gosh, I wish she could hear me saying that right now. Oh gosh, let's see here. Renee D Guitar Suite, hi, how are you? It's nice to see you. Thank you very much for coming. Country Cycle Cam, it's crazy what apartments can go for. Even around here, people paying $600 months to live in a mobile home. Well, yes, no, it is a little crazy in that, but you know, I guess it's just the way things roll, unfortunately. Raphael Scrapper, I agree. I was raised in the countryside, and I moved to the city, live here for 4 years, and it was a pain for me. Understand, Raphael, understand. Renee, Desmond's, Mim! Buddy, how are you, buddy? It's good to see you. You know what? It's so good to see you. I was saying to Joe, you know what? I saw you, I think, was it once or twice in the last day or so? And it was so good to see you. I don't want to say I thought you dropped off the face of the earth. I figured, you know what? You're busy, Mim, and that I know. I didn't know if you maybe started a new job or what, but you look busy in that, Mim, and you look very happy. You look very, very happy. It's nice to see you, Mim. Great to see you, my friend. It really is. Let's see here. Gil goes, hey, Bob, how you doing? Greetings, my friends. It's nice to see you, Bob. Nice to see you. I'm sorry I'm a little behind. I'm a little flustered today, Bob. I'm not having my usual goofiness self. I had a little bit of a different morning today. Evans Gate Cherry Farm. Hey, how are you, buddy? It's good to see you. Good to see you. Mim, so good to see you. Yes, it is. Mim says, Eddie today, long time no see. Been busy, my friend. Oh, Mim, I understand that part. I understand that part completely. Oh, gosh, yes. Yeah, we went out, not we, myself, I went out this morning after dropping everybody off to school and work, and I decided to go out film some footage in that. I went out to a local conservation area, like on the outskirts of the city, and, you know, I was in for a bit down into the river and stuff like that, and I was starting to take some good footage. Had the camera. There was from one side to the other part of the river, and it literally looked like about 3-4 feet distance. I thought, I can jump that. There's no problem. But literally, you know, it's been snowing the last couple of days, and things are frozen over, so it was deceiving. I literally tried to jump the river, and I didn't make it. I went right down into the river this morning, and Goofy me, I had my camera, and literally it looked like a telescope in a submarine. When I jumped in, I was so afraid the GoPro was going to fall in the water, which, you know, it would be fine, but I'm sitting there like this, holding it. If anybody had went by it, I was all out there by myself. Luckily, I was able to get out of the water, but anyways, I was soaked, and then I spent the next hour out filming stuff. But at one point, near the end of it, about 3/4 of the way through the end of through the video filming, I ran into a goofy coyote. I'd run into a lot of things out there. You know, I see some foxes, a lot of different birds and wildlife, and that I was prepared for, but I wasn't ready to run into. First, I thought it was just a German Shepherd or something, but then I realized it wasn't. It was a coyote, and this thing just sat there and stared me down for a few minutes. I didn't know how. Anyways, I mean, usually you're fine with a coyote, but this thing looked. He didn't look. I've seen coyotes before, but this thing got a little. I'm just glad he went one way and I went the other, but it is what it is. Sorry, everybody, I'm a little behind. Oh, man, yeah, no, I I like to go. Usually, I don't go a lot of places by myself, especially out in the middle of nowhere. Usually, I've run into things. You can run into up north, and that you probably could run into a bear or something. But here, you're not going to run into bears. You'd run into deer. I've run into millions of deers before, but up there you'd run into moose and bears and stuff like that. But yeah, I've run into a few things before, but yeah. Anyways, it is what it is. Oh yeah, Renee. It's just some video footage and stuff off one of the channels and stuff. That's all it is. Just some different footage, and then. I kind of liked it. It was on the fly this morning. I had about 20 minutes to get everything ready after I got in the house, and I found this, and I thought, I'm just using this right away, so I put this up. That's all it is. Oh, Bob, yeah. Like I said, I've run into foxes a million times. I've actually run into coyotes before, but not like dead on, like literally, from a distance, but not like within about 4 or 5 feet. The thing was literally right there. And, I'm pretty sure it would have been okay, but, I mean, who knows? I would have to give him a 1-2, hey? Or like an arm lock or something like that. Oh, gosh. Raphael says, Jeff, that's the situation. What ends up in the way? 99. Yeah, exactly, Raphael, exactly. Oh, gosh. Good, you're okay. Yeah, Mim, no worries. Sorry, no, I was just telling you where I sound worked up today. I'm not my average... I'm not my average Jojo. No, I'm not my average self today. I'm a little... I don't usually get wound up like this, but I'm a little a little worked up. I fell into the goofy water, and once I've fallen into water before out in the middle of winter. But literally, I've been out on like ponds, literally walking out onto the water, and like little lakes and stuff like that. And a lot of times, the water is 5, 6, 7 feet, maybe 5 feet. If you get like a good 3 or 4 feet of ice, I would imagine you're pretty good to walk on it. But I've walked on stuff and got out into the middle of lakes and stuff and not realized it's not like that in certain spots. And I fell in years ago into a lake and stuff. We were kids in that, and I was with my 2 little cousins. I think it was like 9 or 10 years old, and we fell in, and they couldn't pull me up. That was that's stupid. That's what that was. But Andrew on the go. Hey, what's up, everybody? Andrew on the go. Thanks for coming. I appreciate it. I really do appreciate it. Gosh, Raphael, I mean, just quick jump and you end up in the water. 95% sure. Exactly, Raphael. Exactly. You know what? I should have saw it coming. If somebody else would have done it, I'd have seen it coming right away. But you know what? You're in the midst of it. I thought I was getting excited. I was like, "Oh, this is great! This is great! I can hear the river. I'm gonna just run with it and stuff like that." And so I tried to jump, and that's when it went all to you know what. Country Cycle Cam, gotta pay some love. Have a good one, Jeff. No worries, Country Cycle Cam. It's good to see you. Thanks for coming, my friend. Take care. Andrew on the go. I have a video premiere tonight. Overnight camping in the rain. Oh, that's cool. That is cool, Andrew on the go. Tony says, hi, Gemma, Dave, Eileen, Jeff, Jojo, Bob, Trev, Cycle Cam, and anyone else I missed. Sorry, on the road commenting between stops. Oh, no worries. Is my wife here? I didn't think she was, but maybe she is. I'm gonna have to look. Is Joe, are you here? I didn't. Maybe she is. Maybe I missed her completely. Joe, if you're here, hello. I know she was busy today. I talked to her just about 5 minutes before coming on, and maybe she is. Maybe I've just missed her, and if I did, no worries. Fluffinator, I'd be like an ice block. Laugh out loud. Oh gosh. Yeah. Oh man. You know what? There's a show that I used to watch. It was called something in the Alaska Outdoors and stuff. It's a show about this family that they're on the outskirts in Alaska, and the scenery looks like this. I love. You know what? If I could ever go to Alaska, Joe and I would always. We always talked, it'd be great to go away and go to somewhere warm, Caribbean, or like like one of those islands and stuff. I love that. I like that any time of the year. But you know what? We always talk. It'd be fantastic to go up to Alaska. Joe's sister and brother-in-law, they live up northern BC, a place called Fort Nelson, which is a couple hours outside of the Yukon, and they have the mountains up there in the forest and stuff, kind of like this and stuff like that up in northern BC. But I've never been. My wife, she's been up to BC like 20-some years ago to see her. I think my sister-in-law's been up there almost 30 years now. But I had never been up there. I'd like to see it. It would be kind of nice. Viewed this, Jeff. Do you watch the video call-in show? I've seen it, Tony. I added Jim the other day. I've seen 1 or 2 of his videos. Jeff, do you watch the video call-in show? Like I said, Tony, unfortunately, I've only seen it probably about twice, but I only came across some, I think Thursday or Friday last week. I didn't know the gentleman. He came to the live and he introduced himself, saying his name was Jim and stuff like that. Real nice gentleman. He was saying that he had a fellow on that did, I think he was a writer or producer for The Simpsons, and he was saying the fella had something to do with a show called F is Family or F and Family or something like that. I still have not yet. There's always not enough hours in the day. I still haven't had the chance to check that show out. But he said the show's written and produced or written and directed by Bill Burr. I don't know if you know Bill Burr. Bill Burr, I love the guy. Like he was saying, Bill Burr is one of my favorites. He's stand-up comedian. I think he's out of Massachusetts. But Bill Burr is absolutely hilarious, so I'm going to have to take a look at it. But Tony, I don't know him well. I just know him that he's been here. And you know what? Real nice gentleman. Jim, when I found him... I came across him and I thought he has this live. His footage is amazing. It's brilliant. It's like you're watching television. The footage is absolutely some of the clearest footage I've ever seen on YouTube ever. It's amazing. But I don't know him well, Tony. But I'm gonna try to watch more and stuff. But he seems like a real nice fella. He seems to really know what he's doing. And you know what? for a guy, I don't know if he's just started out, but my gosh, does he ever have it? He really does. Real nice gentleman, only. Florida Pirate, hi, how are you? It's nice to see you. Thank you very much for coming, for dropping in. Humphrey Bear, hi, how are you? It's good to see you. I'm sorry I'm behind everybody. Go fish off. It's nice to see you. Thank you very much. Gills, F is for family. It's awesome. It's not friendly, kid friendly though. Okay, Bob, I don't know the show, and I don't know if it's because it's on Netflix. They say, and Netflix. It's not regional, but it's by the country sometimes. So, you get a lot of the shows, the same shows here in Canada and the States and all over the place. But there are shows, Bob, that that you have on Netflix. I'm not going to call it Netflix America, but literally it's Netflix. It's out of the States. Netflix, they have Netflix version. Canada Netflix. Now, Canada Netflix doesn't get the exact same shows you do. So you may get this, and we'll get certain ones more geared to Canada. I'm just going to say goofy ones like Trailer Park Boys. You probably get them there too. But, you'd probably have goofier things like that here. But there's certain ones here that you don't get there and vice versa. So I don't even know if we have it, but I'm going to take a look at it because Jim had said F is for Family is a good show. And like I said, I don't know it. I'll have to look at... if you just told him about you, he's on weeknights at 10 p.m. Well, Tony, I'm going to have to watch more. He has come over. He came over last week, I think Friday or Thursday. Real nice gentleman, like I said, but real nice fella. I'll have to watch more about him. I really will. Like you said, there's only so many hours, so you don't always see everything. Sometimes you get to it, but sometimes it's a bit... let's see here... view this. I'm in Massachusetts. Anyone can jump on as a guest. I'll be on tonight. I think. Oh, Tony, can you? Oh, I didn't know that. I thought maybe they were like preset guests and stuff like that. But I will have to take a look. If you're going to be on, I'll have to see if I can not stay up. I'm on past midnight, Tony. But if you're going to be on, I imagine it's the same time. So yeah, you're the same time as us. I imagine in Mass. It's 12:50. It's 10 to 1 in the afternoon. I imagine it's the same time there. I mean, I'm not 100%, but I would imagine it is. Imagine Eastern Standard Time there. Skills. Bob, Joe and I have been thinking about what you're talking about right there tremendously because we got hit with something about 2 months ago. So a good VPN will help with that, laugh aloud. Yeah, Bob, Joe and I are definitely looking into that. We haven't looked into it, but we want to because here they will come after you for if you watch certain things and do stuff. But yeah, I might talk to you about that, Bob, for sure. The VPN part, I think we do need that because I want to block a few things and stuff like that. And if yeah, I definitely, that's a good one, Bob. It really is. I'm gonna have to look into that. Walker fam, hi Walker fam, it's good to see you. Thanks very much for dropping in. I appreciate it. You at the same time. I thought so, Tony. I thought so. But oh my gosh, skills for sure. Yes. Oh my gosh. Let me take off my glasses. Sorry. Give me a second, everybody. I feel like I'm wound up today. I imagine every man and woman get like this. I feel like this completely today. I feel like my blood is boiling today. I don't know what it is. Skills Bob says, I'm always happy to help Jeff. Thanks, Bob. I appreciate it. I probably will talk to you about that. I really will. Let's see. Man. So now that I've yapped on for over an hour, I'm only going to stay on to 1 o'clock. It's about 12:52. It's just a few more minutes, then I'll get off here. But it's been great. Like I said, I'm usually on at 2 p.m. Monday to Friday, and that today I couldn't. I have a meeting, a commitment I have to make, and that today it's very important. So I have to make that for 2. So as long as I'm out of the house before 1:30, I'm good. But I do have to make that commitment today, so it's an important one. Raphael says, "Shine in your glass, Jeff. That is the reason." Oh my gosh, Raphael! I honestly wish that was the case. No, it's clearly water, but yeah, just clearly water. Ethan Fulton. Oh, hey, how are you? Hello, Jeff. How are you? It's good to see you. You know what? Just some drone footage, just some video footage. It's not mine. It's footage that we're using today, and you know, we're talking about being up north and different places, and I was saying, you know, it would always be beautiful to see Alaska and stuff. We've never been, but my wife's sister, for the last 25-30 years, she lives in northern BC, a place called Fort Nelson, which is about 3 hours outside of 3.5 hours out of the Yukon. And I mean, if you went the other way, it would be close to Alaska and stuff. But anyways, we said that we'd like to go up there someday, and if we ever went, we'd go to like Alaska and Yukon. It would be nice to see. My wife, she's been up there. She went up about 20 years ago to see her sister, but we've never been. One day we'll get up there and see it. It looks absolutely beautiful. Unfortunately, I don't know. That probably is not Alaska. I don't know where this is, but you know, I just like the footage and that. It looked beautiful. Mim says, "Hey, today, nice to see you, my friend. I have to go to the gym now. See you later, bye, guys." Good to see you, Mim. Thanks again for coming, my friend, and nice to see you. I hope you have a great one, and we'll see you soon, Mim. And it is good to see you, my friend. Nice to see you. Let's see. Oh gosh. Hey, I'll show you this. You know what? I'm not the good thing about OBS, you know, you can put yourself in the video and stuff, but you don't see a lot of yourself. You kind of get cut off at a certain point. Anyways, you know what? We put merch into. I'm not going to go on about this. I just should, because I wore the goofy thing. But Joe says I should wear it on every live. I just started wearing it. Today was the first time I ever wore it. But anyways, about a month and a half, 2 months, maybe about 2 months ago, we put that used Teespring and used made some merchandise, literally the logo and stuff like that. Joe just added a few things, and anyways, we ordered a couple things. You know, you can order things before we put it up and stuff. Ordered to see what it was like, to see if it was okay, because we thought, you know what, if it is fine. And anyways, we ordered it, and we ordered a couple of shirts and a hoodie and stuff like that. Anyways, here's what it looks like. Here's the T-shirt. It says Idiot of the Day, and sorry, on oh, maybe that's better. It's the green screen works, but sometimes this is one of the shirts. This is like a navy blue. You can order different colors. And then there's another one, Idiot of the Day, but it's just like a logo, just along your chest here. And then there's another one that says Commit, Don't Quit. Then I think the O or something on the Idiot of the Day or something is this. It says Commit, Don't Quit, and then it's in one of the versions of the shirt. And then they have hoodies and stuff like that and all that stuff. Anyways, I'm wearing the shirt, but Joe's like, you didn't show it, so that's all it is. Okay, that's that done. Let's see here. Nomadic, go fish. Nomadic, you must be organized, guys. See, you remembered your blue wrench again. Oh gosh, skills, love it. Yeah, it's funny, Bob. Literally, I'm wearing it, but Joe's gonna watch this and go, "You wore it, but nobody could ever see it." Because Bob, you know what I noticed? I notice a lot of people that have it, they wear their stuff, they show the stuff. I've had it for a while, and I've never worn it. It's literally sitting upstairs, all folded nice on top of my dresser. That's it. And Joe's like, "When are you gonna wear it? When it's summer and you know it's too hot for it, or when it's too cold or something to be wearing t-shirts?" I said, "Yeah, I better start wearing it." Anyways, it is what it is. Oh my gosh. So let's see, a few more minutes, then I'll get going. Skills hats, Jeff. That's where it's at. Bob, you know what? I need to make a hat, because I need to. There are hats, yes. Now, Bob, there's hats, and then there's toques. I've seen toques. You know what? The young kids love toques. You know all the young kids, Bob, they wear toques. We haven't done that yet, but toques, hats, yes. And they have, I think they have different style hats, like the trucker hats, and I think, don't they, or the fitted hats and stuff like that. But you're right. Hats would be a cool thing. I think like a logo on a hat, Bob, and that's a good thing. Hey, Bob, that Skills logo would look nice on a hat. It really would. That would actually look good on a hat, Bob. It really would. Gary, I'm just about done the shine or water. Good to see you, Gary. Hi, Jeff. Can't stay. My granddaughter was attacked by a dog yesterday. She had emergent surgeons reattach her. Yikes! And close puncture wounds on her legs and arms. I'll talk to you. Hey, Gary, don't worry. You take care. We'll see you soon. And all the best to your granddaughter. We hope everything's okay. I'm really sorry to hear that, Gary. Yeah, don't ever worry about this. We'll see you again. And all our prayers for your granddaughter, Gary. You take care, my friend. Both work. Yeah, Bob, it would be cool, wouldn't it? It would be. They have so many different things. I see Teespring, they add stuff. I haven't kept up on it. I should have, but what we need to do is I think you can have discounts on your stuff. That's what Joe says we need to do that in the next couple of weeks. Like, I think you can drop the price, like, I think it's like the tax or something. Joe says maybe we should do that. And I said, yeah, we literally put it up, and I don't want to say just left it. But I think that's a good thing, Bob. It's probably, I think we need to do that. Just, not that it's terribly expensive, but it probably would be good. And, you know, but yeah, I think I might try that just to see how it works now. But we'll see. Kirsten, thanks, buddy. Appreciate it. Oh, yes, Gary, please never worry about this. Your granddaughter and all your family's way more important than this. It's nice to see it, but definitely, please don't ever worry about this. I know you're not, but it's good to see you, Gary, and all the best to your granddaughter, my friend. All the best. Yeah, we are definitely sorry to hear that, Gary. That's a terrible thing. You wouldn't wish that on anybody, especially a little child and stuff like that. Prayers, definitely faith in the fallen. Definitely prayers to you, Gary. Definitely prayers for your granddaughter and that. Gil, Bob, you're right. Joe says, you know what? It's not that you're looking to make $1 million on it, but you know, all the whatever helps. But you're right. Joe said to me, she says, you know, we could lower it because we're not selling 1 million things, that's for sure. We've sold a few, and to be honest, that's what we sold, like just a few things and stuff like that. So she says, you know what? If we're not selling, you might as well lower it because if you could sell a few more just because it was lowered, you know that. And I'm thinking the same. Because, you know, if you were selling it all at the same, well, you know, you wouldn't need to lower it. But I think you're right, Bob. You're definitely right on that. Because I think it would definitely, it's not going to sell like 1 million things, at least for us it wouldn't. But it might help. And they're always saying about doing such and such. But I don't check it enough. That's my problem. But I definitely, Joe's the one that was running it. So she's the one that set it up. I'm going to be honest. That she's the one that set it up, not me. But, yes. Well, it's been a good one, and I'm sorry it's a little flustered today, but let's see here. If Gary still is here, Gary, we wish your granddaughter and your family and that and yourself all the best, and our prayers are with you and your granddaughter, Gary. I wouldn't wish that on anybody, my friend, not at all. On that, I'm not that I don't want to stay on later today, everybody, but the reason I came on a couple hours early, just I've got another commitment at 2 o'clock today, so I do have to get off here. I'm just going to say hi to Finders, Beepers, History Seekers. We stick mainly to caps, hoodies, and t-shirts. Only make a couple pounds at the moment. It's just basic free advertising. Exactly. Yeah, I think we sold about 4 things, 3 or 4 things. That's about it, and that's fine. We're not. We made it when we made it in the first place. We thought, you know, it'd be nice even if we could just get something for ourselves, and that's what we did. You know, we ordered a couple things for ourselves, and you know, it's fun. It is. Gil Skillsbot says, not today, but I'm uploading a video later. Go Fishes. Yes. Have a fantastic day. Go Fish Office. Oh gosh, Drew, no, I'm having a good day. Sorry, I just, you know, I got flustered. Totally good day, Drew. Just a little flustered, but my day is nothing compared to other people's. So that's for sure. That's just why I'm talking a little faster, Drew. That's all. But I'm totally good, Scarlett Berto, it's good to see you. Thanks very much for dropping in. Have a day. Bill, thanks. Nomadic Bike, have an awesome day, all. You too, Bill. Nomadic Bike, have a good one, my friend. Raphael, okay, Jeff, take care and do what needs to be done, buddy. Yes, you too, Raphael. Have a good day. Oh, wow. Funders, Beeper, History Seekers, we sell $200 per month generally. Wow, good for you. That is good. That is fantastic. Oh, no, everything's fine, Drew. Everything's fine. I'm just, literally, you know what? I need to get something. What I'm going to do is turn this off, give myself about 10 minutes, get something to eat, and get ready and go. But everything's good, Drew. Everything's good. And it was great of each and every one of you for coming. Eileen, Poshcats, Trev, Gil, Bob. Have a great afternoon, everyone. You too, Bob. And thanks for coming, everybody. I much appreciate it. Like I said, I just have to run today. That's all. Everybody have yourself a good day, and keep Gary Scandal and keep his granddaughter and his family in your thoughts and prayers in that the next couple days. All the best to them and to everybody else. Everybody, thank you very much for coming. Have a good day, afternoon, and good evening. Okay, we'll see you again. I'll be on again tomorrow, same time, 2 p.m. Just a different time today. Have a good afternoon, Jeff. Taking a little time out, my friend. Hope everybody goes well for it. Yeah, oh, no, Trev, everything's good. I just have another commitment. Not unfortunate that I have to make today, that's all. Humphrey Bear, take care. Everybody have a good one, okay? Have a good day and good evening. Take care, everybody. Thanks again for coming. Bye-bye.